Hi there, welcome to Miller's Laboratory. My name is Sue and I have a journal to flip through with you today. This is another tall skinny journal that I will be selling in my Etsy shop. So if you're seeing the video, then it is listed and I hope that you'll take a look at it. This is a book that's made from a tall manila envelope as the cover, and the measurements are about 12 inches high, about 4¼ 4½ inches wide, and then really fat. Let's see, about 1½ inch. You can squish it down tighter, but it's a nice chubby size. I've put on the spine here a little bit of embroidered fabric that I probably got at a thrift store, and then actually that's cross stitch, but it's a type of embroidery, and then I just tied this closed with some vintage eyelet trim. So I'm just going to untie that. And there's just one signature in this book, and the number of pages is 90, front and back. All right, so let's get the flip in here. The inside cover, I used some printable William Morris wallpaper, and then also a little bit of shorthand paper from a book at the top, and I put a book plate in there. This is from an Edith Holden book, and this is from an art book. This page is a letter printed, it's a digital from, I think, Roxy Creations. And then I created a top tuck here, and inside I have tucked this page from a Gwen Frostic book. It's blank on the other side, so that is a journaling spot for you. And you could write underneath here too on that page. Here I've just added a little printed out doily and a butterfly. Another digital page here, really pretty. The basis of this page is a calligraphy book page. I've glued a digital image here. I think that's also a Roxy Creations. And I made a little pocket there. The inside is just a little tag. And I put that pretty dotted tulle on the top there. Now on the other side here, this makes a little booklet. So it opens up, and I used this is actually a cocktail napkin. This is also Gwen Frostic. Love that little baby bird. And that just folds over, and then there's just a few pages in here where you can write. I left those plain. You can do whatever you like with those. All right. Pretty digital image here. Here the basis of the page is this tea-dyed lined paper, but I've created a flip here with this page from a bird book. I think this is my new favorite bird book. I found it at an estate sale, and I really love how the bird and the little egg are in color, and then the rest of it is just sketched. I just love that so much. I looked on eBay and I ordered a couple more because I think I'll use those a lot. On this side, I've just glued a little frame, added a little tracing paper in there so you can just barely see through there that there's a little bird, and that's just a little tag that slips out. And then you can open it up and journal there. This is from a wildflower guide, And on the other side here, I added some yellow, you know, like legal paper that also was coffee dyed. Lots of writing space there. And then here there is a little pocket, and I just tucked a little card in there made from an index card. The little fabric stapled on the top as a little tab. Some pretty music paper that I printed out. Pretty labeled there. And then I've used some old paper doilies throughout. Oh, and down here I put a little, like a little bottom little skirt with this vintage light blue, like robin's egg blue eyelet. I just love that. I'll be sad when I've used it all up. But I love how it looks when you flip this over, contrasting with the blue page here and then the pretty bird with the blue and green. Just a couple little pockets here made from prints of needle books. This one has a little card case in it made from some sort of a little dictionary or something. And inside here, I've used these before, but these are little like cheater lyrics cards that I found inside some sheet music. I think whoever was performing the song used these little cheats. So I thought those were cute. And then just a little print of a little calling card here, and just a little tag here. Some little fun little things there. This page flips out. I did the same page in all the 3 recent tall skinny journals that I did. And there's a pocket in the middle here with a tag. Kind of busy, but I think you can write on that if you have the right pen. And of course you could write on the other side here. This is a pretty scene. You probably just got a glimpse of that next page here. There's a little bit of a pop-up here. This is just a little one. You can, it just comes up a little bit, but it makes that bird rise up a little bit from the page underneath it. This is a little pocket, but it also opens up like this, so you can write here, or you could put something inside and have it be secret. And then I just tucked this vintage bridge tally in there with this pretty little tassel on it. The basis of this page is an old German book. You can kind of see glimpses of it there. And here, you can see it here too. I like that, so I didn't want to completely cover it up, so I made a pocket here out of tracing paper and just added a label. And then this is just a little journaling card that I made with image of some eggs. A little bit of a doily added to the corner there. And I just put that pretty flower there. I love this paper. And a couple little tags in here, just simple. This one opens up like a trifold, so there's lots of place to write there. And you could add a string on there if you wanted to. This one is made from paint chip. Oh, and look, we forgot to add the antennae to the little butterflies, so I'll do that real quick here. This is my antenna pen. It's a Pigma Micron and it's 0.003, super skinny. So I'm just going to add these antennae on here really quick. I know some people cut them out. I don't like to do that. To each his own, but I'd rather just draw them on. I think it's easier. There. I just went through the book before I started the video and added all of those. But I missed them, and those I'm gonna let that sit aside to make sure those are dry and they don't smear before I put it in the book. Okay. This is from that Florilegium book. Pretty images there. And then I just added this little extra bit, and this is a print, but it's from a page from Leaves of Grass. I just printed that out, but I thought it was pretty, and it's plain enough on this side that you could write there if you wanted to. Page from an old guest book here that I got at a thrift store. Added a little pocket here with some printed vellum. This is an old bridge tally. And then in here I have a little, these were printed out from someone's diary. Obviously someone retyped it up because this typing isn't from 1859, but I just have like 3 pages from that. And I just hooked them together here with those pretty little flowers. And then you can use that for writing. You can write on the back side of all of it. This is from, this is an original old ledger page. This is a page that's got a secret. So we just have a pretty digital image here, a collage image, and you can write on this. On this side there's a little pocket, or a little, it's a pocket, but it's also like a little frame. I used a window envelope to make that, and inside there's a little tag to write on. But this whole thing is actually like a topper, so it comes off. It fits on the corner there of the page, and then this is writing space here. So then you just put that back on and you really can't even see that. Here we have a little pocket with some petal paper and cheesecloth, a little image of a girl with some flowers, and this is made from a really large recipe card or index card, just folded in half with some collage, some roses on there. And this is from, I don't know, some kind of a school paper. And I just made a little flip with this pretty image of wallpaper and added the printout of the doily there as the hinge. On this page I've got a little bamboo paper clip at the top, and this is just a little, like a little notebook. There's a little pocket with a couple of little things in there, and a pretty little fabric flower. And then this is just some scrap paper. So you could use this as a writing spot, or you could use this as, you know, paper you could tear out and use for things, whatever you wanted to do. I've shown those before. I've used those in other books. I made quite a few of them. I just added a little bit of pretty ribbon at the bottom there too. A little bit of gold. On this side I tucked a little, it's an envelope that I made, so it's got a little stamp on there. But I didn't glue it closed, so it just opens up, and you could journal inside there. Or you could put some pretty things in there, tuck away some little things that you want to keep safe. This page I've got a belly band made out of some paper ruffle that's stitched. And inside here, this is just something that I found at New York Public Library's site and printed out. It was like proofs from some like little labels with flowers. So pretty. So just tuck that in there. And this page is actually, the page is actually this from this flower book, but on this side I glued another German, pages from a different German book that I have. Love the dark color of those. And then here I just added a little corner tuck, and this is just a page from one of those adult coloring books. I buy those once in a while and then I never know what to do with them, so I ran it through the printer and printed one of these images on it, Roxy Creation, of these painted backgrounds that she does. And I just thought that looked really cool. And I think you could still write in there, maybe. You could write in the white part anyway. Or you could glue something else in there to write on. On this page I made a side tuck with some really pretty lace here. I believe this is vintage lace I bought from a seller on Etsy. And I tucked this little document in here. This is something that I printed out. It looks like it's from some kind of a dinner, a banquet or something, and I just thought, wow, that's so pretty with that pretty frame. And then the other side I've just printed a really light lace pattern, so that is a place for you to do lots of journaling. This page is the other half of that school book, and it is made into a pocket. Tucked a tag in here. Nice tall tag. Some more of that dotted tulle as a little topper on that. And then just a little bit of collage and that pretty flower. A butterfly there. This is another page from a little book. And I love that flower, just so simple like that. And these are some really cute little images from Love Junk journals. So I just printed 3 of them out and then backed them with this yellow cardstock, so they can make really cute little tall skinny journal cards. It's the other half of that penmanship paper. And pretty little label there. Other half of the ledger. This is the other half of the guest book page. And here is that vellum pocket again. I have a little tag here. And then this is another one of those coloring book pages that I printed on. That really looks cool to me. I'm never going to color them, I can tell you that. Okay, here we have just a little place to do some journaling, and that flips open, a little butterfly there. This is the other half of that German page. It's really cool paper. It's not rag paper, but it's cool. It's got a good texture to it. And then here I have just tucked a little fold up piece of that same coffee or tea dyed yellow paper, so you can journal on that. And you could also use that as a little tuck spot. You could tuck something up in there if you wanted to. Just a couple pretty things here. It's another one of those bird book pages. And in here I just tucked a little piece of, this is actually that green painter's masking paper that I ran through the printer and printed this eco-dyed. It's a digital that I purchased, but of the fern. And I just love that. I think it's so pretty. You could use it in a collage somewhere, or whatever you want to do with it. On this page I made a little flip with a couple of little tiny paper sacks stacked on top of each other, and I just put a tag in each one here. And this is another paper sack, but a taller one, really pretty one that I've had saved for a long time. I don't remember where I got it. But on this side, you have a pocket here with another tall, skinny tag, and lots of space to write. And then I glued it just on the side and on the bottom, so it created a little tuck spot. So in here, I also have a really large spot for journaling, and this is from an old, well, it was unused, but it's from a 50th anniversary album. It's someone didn't use. Isn't that sad? I found it at the thrift store, so I just did a little collage there. I hope there wasn't a sad reason why she didn't use it. On this side, this is the other half of the bag, and here this opens up. I've got a little pop-up there of this pretty lady in her garden with a rose. Little doily here too. And then tucked in this one is another tag. And this is a really pretty image. It's just like sepia tones, but I think it's lovely. So, this page I never said when we were going through the first half of the book of the signature, but this is from an opera. Some pretty tulips there. This is the other half of the Wildflower Guide, and I just made a little tiny belly band there and tucked in this little card catalog card. Oop, for journaling. Pretty image of some birds down there. Here is a belly band made from a printout of an old check. And in this one I just tucked, I've had this sitting on my desk for a long time. I love this book page, The Friendly Robin. It's printed on the other side too. So you could put some plain paper inside there if you wanted to use it to write. I just thought it was pretty in there, so I'm giving it to you. And then the line paper's underneath there, so you could write on that too. And then a smaller, sort of a half belly band here with this little tag. Okay, here we have an envelope, and I'm going to just lift that up. Hopefully you can see it's embossed, and it's got flowers and a nest, or not, and a bird. Two birds in a nest and flowers. Yeah, it's all there. It's got everything. Okay, and inside of that, I lined the inside, and then I just added a couple of little cards. These are both printed on cardstock. This one's actually was a Christmas card, but the picture doesn't look Christmas, so there you go. It's a bird in a tree. And then this flips up, so you could write all on here. This side also flips out. That pretty image. This is from a pretty bird book that I have. Lovely pictures in it. That opens up. There's a little belly band here with a butterfly, and I just made a little tag here that opens up. It's got some handmade paper as the basis there. Just that pretty image there, and blank space here for you to write. I just added a whole doily there because I just thought that looked so pretty against that paper. And then here on this, this is from the art book again, I just added a little bit of flowers and collage at the bottom. We flip this over, and I'm going to pull this out. Nice long tag. This beautiful vintage lace. I just love that. That's so pretty. And then also love this image of the lupine and the different colors. It's really pretty. So this tag, I don't know if I showed the back yet already, but you can write on the back. And then here's our Edith Holden book. And here's our last page with the wallpaper, and my label, and my signature. So thanks for joining me for this little flip through. I hope you enjoyed it. Go to my Etsy shop, and hopefully it's still there. Books have been flying out of there pretty fast, but take a look. I'm working hard to try to keep things there, keep my shop stocked up. So I hope you guys take care, and thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.